All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen tuning into the live stream. I am here live from the University of North Florida as we are watching the University of North Florida Deadbirds take on the St. Thomas University Bobcats this afternoon. I'll be your host today, Connor Kurak, and I'm going to go through and introduce the teams. Starting for St. Thomas at prop, Gozy Mosey. I'm going to butcher these names, I do apologize. Number 2, hooker, Menashe Indela. Starting at number 3, prop, Juan Pablo Areola. 4, lock, Jabari Young. 5, lock, Maximo Testero. 6, blindside flanker, Gianni Mosi. Open side flanker, number 7, Jerron McGee. And your number 8 man, Owen Phillips. Headed to the backs, we're going to look at scrum half number 9, Gianni Bolognini. At fly half, Welton Chirumbria. 11, Carlos Varas. Inside center, Vico Neuhoff. Outside center, Pablo Villarreal. 14, wing, Segundo Weinstein. And at fullback, Nashi Mapani. Coming off the bench for St. Thomas today, we have Fernando Peroni, Kyler Valia, Liam Rolder, Noah Arahu, Brendan Zombo, Adrian Suarez, Rafael Torres, and Elijah Thomas. St. Thomas coming off a strong first year, looking to step up to D1 this year and take the division for themselves. Now, introducing your starting UNF Deadbird rugby team. At number 1, we have Evan Brown. Number 2, hooker, Christopher Friend. Number 3, prop, Gabriel Gonzalez. Lock, number 4, Ford Setzer. Other lock, number 5, I apologize. We're actually going to have Evan Brown at lock and Patrick Johnson at number 1. Your other lock will be Arthur Barbosa. Your blindside flanker, number 6, will be Logan Holman. Your open side flanker will be Christopher Newton. And your 8 man will be Ford Setzer. Headed to the backs, our scrum half's going to be number 9, Dylan Nuremberg. Fly half, number 10, Eli Reynolds. Wing, number 11, Lee Setzer. Inside center, number 12, Talon Leonard. Outside center, number 13, Desmond Ford Green. And your other wing, number 14, Jason Martin. And your fullback, number 15, Adam Vanderhoff, rounding out the starting Deadbirds today. Coming off the bench is going to be Levon McGee, Caleb Griffith, Matthew Eels, J.C. Muth, Liam Buchanan, and Eric Lawley. See, we're shaping up to get kickoff in next couple minutes, supposedly at 1. We've got St. Thomas opening their season here at UNF today after UNF shut out FIU 39-0. And now with both teams doing their pregame warm-ups, we're about to head to kickoff.
Sometimes you get one of those. Yeah, you get a good run. Hey, make sure you get my good side, man. Don't talk bad about me.
I'll say nothing about you, sir.
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Nice. You know, I would have brought powder.
Make it shine.
Just to chop the dome down. Looking good, Brandon. Looking good, man.
It looks like both teams are ready to go, so we're going to head to kickoff and get today underway. St. Thomas looking to open the season with a big win here against UNF. And UNF looking to keep their winning going trying to avoid relegation at the end of this year. It looks like we're going to have UNF kicking off to St. Thomas. Number 10, Eli Reynolds on the kickoff. Oh, nope, it appears St. Thomas is kicking off to UNF. Looks like forwards are going to head to the far side of the field, hopefully where St. Thomas is kicking towards. We're going to see the number 12 for St. Thomas start the game for us today. Your captains today are number 5, Maximo Testero, and number 9, Dylan Nurnberg for UNF. And we are live in Jacksonville today. Kickoff short to the front row. Recovered by St. Thomas. Ball fumbled around. Tackle made by Gabriel Gonzalez. St. Thomas is going to recycle this. Hit a forward pod. Big carry from the number 24 out there. Looks like ruck penalty awarded St. Thomas. Looks like they're going to kick for touch here. No, looks like they're going to go for points. So a quick turn of events here at the University of North Florida today. And yes, we are going to have St. Thomas kick for points here. St. Thomas is number 10 with a great boot on him. Looks like he's going to be kicking from just inside the 10-meter line from the 50. So a 30 to 40-meter kick we have here today. And the kick is up. And it is good. So that'll start us off 3-0 St. Thomas in the first couple opening minutes of play today. It's not exactly the start you want to have. However, the Deadbirds will look to get things going here on offense, hopefully on this next kickoff. And now we'll have Eli Reynolds kicking off to St. Thomas from the 50. And here we go. Kickoff is up and hits the middle of the St. Thomas pack. Tackle made by Jason Martin and a couple of the forwards in there. Ruck set by St. Thomas, looking to get a forward pod on the outside, fumbles the ball. Tackle made by Christopher Newton, brought almost out of bounds. Ball brought into touch. Nope, ball still in. St. Thomas getting the ball back. Forward's gonna pick and go. Tackle made by Christopher Friend and Logan Holman. St. Thomas gonna look to spin it out wide here to the backs. Gonna spread it out to the centers. Center's gonna take. Hit made on number 10, Eli Reynolds. Pick and go by St. Thomas's forwards. Ball stolen by UNF. Looks like St. Thomas is gonna get it back. Penalty awarded to St. Thomas. Logan Holman on the steal here, but UNF's not gonna be able to do anything with it. So we're looking at St. Thomas kicking for touch here, I believe. And this ball is going to go out. No, this ball is going to stay in. Caught by Lee Setzer, being returned. UNF's going to send it out wide to Adam Vanderhoff, to Jason Martin, who's going to make a little break. Tackle made by the number 24 here. Ball to the forward pod. Knocked on. Gonna have scrum to St. Thomas here on the 50 on the close side of the field within the 15-meter line. Today we're gonna see our first scrum of the day. St. Thomas with a big looking pack. And the UNF one's not too far behind them size-wise either. Hopefully we'll have some contested scrums for you today.
Go Dippers!
Crouch bind set, here we go. Ball is in. Gonna walk out, spread it out to the backs, hit the centers, hit back to the 10, out wide, knocked on by St. Thomas. Ball's on the ground, recovered by UNF. We're gonna play knock on, back at the spot of the infraction. So we are gonna go back-to-back scrums today. UNF looking to start some offense up here. Backs to the short side of the field if you're watching the live stream. A good scrum from UNF, gonna get turned up a bit. Nuremberg's gonna get it out to Dez, 13. Gonna make it back to the line, tackled by the number 8 for St. Thomas. Looks like it's gonna be a penalty to St. Thomas again on the ruck. At about the 50. Looks like they're gonna go for touch here as well. Kick is up. This one's gonna stay in. Nope, this one's gonna go out inside the UNF 22. Down by the UNF 5-meter line. Looking to hold St. Thomas out of the tri-zone here. Gonna get our first line out today. We're gonna have a full line out for St. Thomas here. Could look to maul. Gonna go to the back pod, drop forward, scrum to UNF, down at their own 5. Works out for the Deadbirds here. But they do have to get this ball out of their own territory if they want to keep St. Thomas out. Scrum is set. Ball is in. Good scrum. St. Thomas giving some push. UNF holding back. Ball's going to get back to the 10. Eli Reynolds going to kick for clearance. Goes out around the UNF 22. Not the distance you're hoping for, but it does get them out just a little bit. It's going to be a line out for St. Thomas here. And it looks like St. Thomas is going to go for another full line out here, 7 people. Going to go to the front pod, gets it out to the scrum half, spin it out to the backs, hitting the centers here. Going to crash it up. Tackle made by Eli Reynolds. Ball get back out to the 10, going to grub through. Kick recovered by Adam Vanderhoff, going to run it up, break a little bit away. And the ball is into touch. Just shy of the UNF 22, yet again, line out, St. Thomas. St. Thomas gonna go to the front pod, got it out to the scrum half, gonna carry it up, make a little bit of a line break. Offloaded, tackle made by Gabriel Gonzalez. Ball's gonna go weak side of the field to the forwards. Tackle not made. St. Thomas breaking away. Try for St. Thomas. Looked like their number 2 on the forward crash, just breaking the line. And that's gonna make it 8-0 St. Thomas pending the conversion. St. Thomas is 10 on the conversion kick. And the kick is up, and it is good. So that's gonna make it 10-0 St. Thomas Bobcats to 0 for your UNF Deadbirds. Not the start you're looking for today if you're UNF, but looking to get things rolling out here today. Eli Reynolds on the kickoff from the 50. Gonna be kicking close side of the field here. That's where the forwards are set up. And the kick is up. Gonna hit towards the front. Recovered by the number 2 again. Big hit. Tackle made by Logan Holman. Ball spun out wide to the backs. Gonna send it out to the wing. Ball dropped. Looks like the ball is gonna go out into touch. Line out UNF. Just at about the St. Thomas 22 here. UNF looking to use this to get their offense going today. Your hooker number 2, Christopher Friend, on the line-out throw-ins today for UNF. And it looks like we're going for a 4-man line-out for UNF. Fake to the front, pod to the back, intercepted by St. Thomas. 10's gonna kick it for clearance. Recovered by Jason Martin. Gonna run it back a bit. Gonna take it himself. Gonna break through a tackle or two. Tackle made by the center and the scrum half for St. Thomas. Nuremberg's gonna hit a forward part. Arthur Barbosa on the carry. Met at the line, driven backwards. Tackle made by St. Thomas's, can't really see the number from here. 6, yeah, made by their flanker. Ball out to Eli Reynolds, out to Talon Leonard on the carry. Met deep behind the gain line. Ruck set. Nuremberg's gonna hit the forward pod. Evan Brown on the carry. Big carry. Stripped by St. Thomas. They're gonna offload it out wide. St. Thomas down the far sideline. Met. Tackle made. St. Thomas is approaching the UNF try zone again. Hard carry met by Gabriel Gonzalez and Christopher Friend. Knock on St. Thomas. We're gonna have a UNF scrum in their own territory. UNF looking to win this scrum and get out of their own territory here, most likely. Scrum is set, ball is in, big drive by St. Thomas. Ball gets out to Dylan Nuremberg, pass to the 10, Eli Reynolds, with a good clearance kick out to his own 40, or own 10-meter line, I apologize. Ball spread out to the backs, big carry by the St. Thomas player wearing number 30, spread out to the wing, pass knocked on, tackle made while the it looked like the wing maybe was trying to get his hands on that ball, and ball's going to go out of bounds, line out to UNF. So UNF managing to hold St. Thomas out again on what looked like a threatening attack.
He does have your hair.
It looks like UNF's going to set a 5-man line out here. Ford Setzer at the front, pod, winning the line out, getting the ball out. Ball out to Eli Reynolds, spreading it across the backs. Lee Setzer's going to take it for a run. Hits Vanderhoff, drops the pass, recovered by Setzer. Setzer making a couple meters, ruck set. UNF's going to retain this ball here. It looks like we have a penalty on the play. Nope, looks like a knock on UNF. Oh, no, it's going to be a penalty. It will be a penalty. Looks like a ruck infraction again. Not rolling away from the Sir. Nuremberg's going to kick for touch and get it out about 20 meters downfield. UNF line out, still inside their own territory. UNF's going to have to play this game in St. Thomas's territory if they want a chance here. It looks like UNF's 5-man line out to Christopher Friend in the back, dropped. St. Thomas recovers with a nice offload. Scrum half's going to take it and carried it up about to the 5-meter line. And it looks like we have a penalty to UNF in the ruck here. St. Thomas giving away another big penalty inside UNF's territory. So the Deadbirds still hanging on here. We have Nuremberg going to kick for touch here. This ball is going to soar high, but it's going to stay in bounds and bounce. Recovered by the number 2 for St. Thomas. Big carry, offloads out to the wing. Chip kick through. Recovered by Adam Vanderhoff. And UNF's going to ruck him and seal it up. This ball is going to go to the forwards. Evan Brown on the carry, making a big carry. Tackle made by the number 7 and number 24 on St. Thomas. Ball out to the backs. Eli Reynolds dummies and keeps. Looks like he could get a few meters. Tackle made by St. Thomas. Clear out by Gabriel Gonzalez. UNF keeping this ball alive. Ball out to Jason Martin. He's going to carry it up, break the line a little bit, look to offload. Ball goes loose. Recovered by St. Thomas. Tackle made by Des Ford Green. And St. Thomas is going to steal this ball. Ball out to the backs. Going to hit the backs again, spread it wide. Number 30 breaks the line. Looks to beat Vanderhoff, offloads to the 7. 7's going to keep and put it down for another St. Thomas try. St. Thomas threatening UNF over and over again with good hard runs and good support lines. And that's going to make it 15-0 St. Thomas pending a conversion kick. St. Thomas is 10, who's been 2 for 2 on the day on kicks so far, looking to make this 17-0. And the kick is up, and it is good. That's going to make it 17-0 Bobcats. And here we are, St. Thomas set to receive. Kickoff coming again from Eli Reynolds. And we are live again. Kick going a little bit deeper, about St. Thomas 22. Recovered by the number 2. Tackle made by Logan Holman and Jason Martin. UNF looking to steal. Ball stolen, penalty awarded to UNF. Wonderful job by Christopher Friend on the jackal there. And UNF's going to kick for touch here, looking to attack. Nuremberg with the kick for touch goes out at just about the St. Thomas 22. UNF looking to win this line out and start threatening St. Thomas here. It looks like we're going to have a 5-man line out here from UNF. Ball to the front pod. Ford Setzer wins the line out. Scrum half spins it out to the fly half. Out to the centers. Centers are going to spread it wide out to Adam Vanderhoff, who's going to break down the sideline for a good carry. Offloads it backwards on the ground. Recovered by Jason Martin. Ruck set. And it looks like we're going to have a knock on to UNF. Hey, watch the language. That is heartbreaking to see. We get the line out just about the St. Thomas 22 on the opposite side of the field this time. St. Thomas is probably going to look to just kick this out of their own territory here. But UNF with a couple of key drops that are just heartbreaking to see. Scrum walked out by St. Thomas. Ball's going to get out the back by the scrum half, out to the 10. They're going to attack here, out to the center. Going to have a big break down the outside. Offload back inside. Hit made by Talon Leonard, knocks the ball loose, tackled. Ruck is set. Ball's going to hit to the forwards. Jazz hands, aka Patrick, on the carry. Met at the gain line by St. Thomas. Ball's going to hit the forward pods again. Ford Setzer on the carry. Ruck sealed by Logan Holman and Evan Brown. This ball's going to go out to the backs here. Out to Mr. Reynolds, out to the centers. Talon Leonard's going to keep and be met deep in his own territory. And it looks like we're going to take it back to a St. Thomas knock-on at about their own 40.
Please try again.
It's going to be a scrum UNF here.
Looking forward, let's go!
UNF looking to win this scrum here and attack a little bit more. Scrum is set, ball is in. Ball back to the 8-man, just about. St. Thomas driving hard. Ball one back by St. Thomas, picked up by their 8-man. He's going to carry. Latched onto by Dylan Nuremberg. Eli Reynolds on the tackle. St. Thomas is going to steal this scrum. Ball to the forwards, big carry from number 24, out to their fly half. Tackle out, ball passed out to their center, tackle not made. And their ball is going to be knocked on, hit out by the UNF defender. Recovered by St. Thomas. It's going to be play on from the Sir. Down inside about the UNF 5-meter line. Ball's going to go wide out to the hooker. Number 2 for St. Thomas. Tackle made. Ball's loose, picked up by the number 7. Tackle made by Patrick. And notice we're going to have a penalty to St. Thomas here on a wild sequence of play. And it looks like St. Thomas is going to kick for points here again. Their number 10, who's been excellent all day, looks to keep it up. And it looks like we have a man down on the field here for St. Thomas. That's nothing you ever want to see good. But they're going to get him up, and it looks like he's going to walk off on his own. That's good to see. Kick is up, and it is good again. And that's gonna make it 24-0 St. Thomas. So St. Thomas dominating this opening half of play here up in Jacksonville.
Come here for nothing.
And the UNF alum have shown up, and they have brought a horn today. If anybody's wondering what that noise is. And it looks like we're gonna kick off to the far side of the field here this time. Eli Reynolds on the kickoff. Ball is up and away. About halfway through the St. Thomas pack. Hit on Christopher Friend made. Tackle by Patrick. St. Thomas gonna spin this out to the forwards. Tackle made by Christopher Friend. Logan Holman looking for the steal here. St. Thomas gonna set the ruck, spin it out to the 10. He's gonna grub through, chased by St. Thomas, gonna be recovered. Adam Vanderhoff on the tackle, dragged into touch. Amazing hit. Great defense from UNF here. And it looks like we're gonna have a UNF line out just outside of their 22. UNF's looking like they're gonna go for a 5-man line out here. Ball to the back pod. Caught by Christopher Friend, given to Dylan Nurnberg, gets it out to the 10, Eli Reynolds. He's gonna chip kick over, and the ball's gonna be contested by Dez, knocks it backwards into Talon, recovered, and it looks like we're gonna have a knock on here. UNF. A good contest for the ball in the air, just not gonna go UNF's way here. We're gonna have a scrum here in between the 10-meter line and the UNF's 22. So UNF looking to defend here against a potent St. Thomas attack. Scrum is set, ball is in. Ball is stuck at the front of the scrum, gets it out to the back. Looks like the scrum half's gonna get it, send it to the short side of the field on a pick and go. It's gonna break the line. Tackle being made by Christopher Newton. No steal available. Carried by St. Thomas's number 2. Big hit made. Pick and go from St. Thomas's forwards, driving UNF back. Another pick and go here. Tackle made by Evan Brown or Arthur Barbosa. Spin it out to the backs here. St. Thomas is going to send it wide. Capped by the fly half, spins it out to the center, and St. Thomas is in for another try. St. Thomas's backline in good sync this afternoon. And that's going to make it St. Thomas 29, UNF 0 with a pending conversion. And it looks like we're going to have a sub coming on for St. Thomas's hooker number 2. Not sure who's come on yet. Looks like the number 16 is going to be in this opening half for St. Thomas. Kick is up, and it is good. That's going to make it a 31-0 St. Thomas. And so we have UNF setting up to kick off to the close side of the field here for the live stream. Eli Reynolds on the kickoff. Kick is up and it is going to be short. Ball is live and it's going to be taken out. Tackle made by Jason Martin, dragging the number 6 into touch. Looks like we're going to have a UNF line out. St. Thomas deciding to play the short kick. Did not work out in their favor in the end.
Let's go, UNF! Right here, boys!
Can you back up when you yell? Can you get away from me when you yell? This thing picks up a lot. UNF set with a 5-man line out. Ball's gonna go to the back pod, intercepted by St. Thomas's 8-man, Phillips. Spun out to the backs. Number 6 on the carry, breaking the line. Big run from St. Thomas's number 6 here. Tackle's gonna be made, offload made out wide. And UNF's gonna make this tackle. Christopher Newton and Talon Leonard in there. Big carry from the forwards. Number 8 breaking the line, offloading back inside. Tackle made by UNF's number 6, Logan Holman. This big forward carry again for St. Thomas. Holman and Patrick Johnson on the tackle, I mean. Out to the number 10s, gonna spin it out wide to the centers. Tipped backwards, picked up by the number 30. Vanderhoff in on the tackle. 30's gonna get away. Tackle made by Eli Reynolds, looking to poach. UNF's gonna get that hands on the ball, gonna be kicked out, recovered by Vanderhoff, who's gonna be picked up off his feet.
Hey, high tackle!
Looking like a high tackle there from St. Thomas. St. Thomas just holding him up. Looks like we're gonna have almost a maul, but UNF gets that ball on the ground and sets the ruck. Forward's gonna hit the weak side of the field here. Big carry by Gabriel Gonzalez. Ruck set by the forwards. This ball's gonna be picked up again by the number 2, Christopher Friend. Ball's gonna be spun out by Nuremberg backwards to Eli Reynolds, who's gonna hit Jason Martin back on the inside, met by St. Thomas's number 8. This ball's gonna go out, hits Lee Setzer, out to Dez, out to Christopher Newton, who drops it just a little bit. Ball is into touch. And it looks like we're gonna have a St. Thomas line out or a St. Thomas scrum. It looks like we're gonna have a St. Thomas scrum right before that ball went out. Down on the UNF 22 almost. So some good runs from UNF's forwards, but getting out wide has just set them back onto defense. It looks like the forwards and the sir are going to be talking about something here for the delay in play. All right, here we go. We are back. Scrum is set. St. Thomas putting the ball in. Looks like it's going to get back pretty quick to their 8-man, who's going to pick it up and go. Offloads to the 9. Tackles made by Christopher Newton and Eli Reynolds. St. Thomas is going to pick and go with the forwards here. Big carry, breaking the gain line. Pick and go again from St. Thomas. They're just going to keep ramming the gain line with their forwards here. We have a messy ruck here. Out to the 10, who's going to look to spin it out wide here, out to the centers. And their 12 is going to break straight through the line. Not even an attempted tackle made, and that's going to make it 36-0 St. Thomas, pending the conversion kick. And we have the conversion kick from dead center, and St. Thomas's 10, who's been automatic all day, looks to make this a 38-0 game. Kick is up and good. And that's going to make it 38-0 to St. Thomas.
Come on, Deadbirds, let's go! Take it back, boys, take it back!
2 points. Added 2 more. And the horn sounding on UNF's sideline, hoping to get them back in this game. It looks like we're gonna have some trouble on the field with the Sir here. Sending hooker Christopher Friend to the sideline real quick. Presumably with a bloody nose. So we're gonna take a break here for a minute.
Go, boys, who's hungry? Let's go, boys, call it, put a name on it.
And so Eli Reynolds here looking for the kickoff. St. Thomas's forwards on the close side of the field. And kickoff's up, but Sir was not ready, and so we're going to take it back for another one. Reynolds on the kickoff. Kick is up, and it's going to hit the front, hit the 6 for St. Thomas. Tackle made by Jason Martin single-handedly. UNF's going to look to steal this ball. No shot. Fumbled by St. Thomas's 9 and then 10. Tackle made again by Jason Martin, who's going to offload. And St. Thomas's winger is looking like he's going to take it out of bounds into touch. Line out to UNF here at about St. Thomas's 22. And so UNF looking for a chance to attack here now that they have a line out in St. Thomas's territory. Need to make the most off these opportunities they're being given. We're going to have a 5-man line out here. To the front pod, forward sets, ball's going to go over, caught by Barbosa. Ruck set, and UNF's going to take this ball. Going to hit the forwards. Gabriel Gonzalez on the carry, met hard at the line. And he's going to drive through, and he's going to keep driving, stay on his feet. UNF looking to maul this, and it looks like we're going to have a maul here. And UNF driving forward, whistle by the Sir. And we're going to have a call here on the field. And it looks like it's going to be a St. Thomas scrum. Not sure what happened there. Definitely a knock-on from UNF, but couldn't see it happen inside the mall. So here we go. Scrum is set, ball is in, and St. Thomas is going to get this back out quick. Going to spin it out to their backs, hit to the centers, kept, offloaded. 23 sprinting down the field, big hole, being chased by Dez. Jason on the hit, offloaded to back, and Eli Reynolds is going to make a tackle, but it's... And it looks like it's going to be a St. Thomas try on a huge line break there and a wonderful offload. And that's going to make it a 43-0 game pending the conversion kick. We have the St. Thomas fly half on the conversion kick from the sideline, just about.
They look like dog crap. Good.
And the kick is up, and it is gonna be good from long. Fantastic kick by the 10. And that's gonna make it 45-0 St. Thomas. As we look to go into halftime here, we'll be back for the second half in about 10 minutes. live. All right, we are back for the second half here in Jacksonville. St. Thomas leading by a score of 45-0. Not a great day for UNF. And we're going to flip the field here, each team attacking in the opposite direction. St. Thomas's first year in Division I for the Florida Collegiate Conference for Rugby, looking to tear their way through here and take it for themselves. And it looks like UNF's going to be kicking off to open up this second half of play. Looks like we got some new faces on the field for UNF. JC Muth in at center, it appears. And it looks like UNF's going to kick to the far side. Eli Reynolds on the kickoff here. UNF looking to recover this kickoff. And we are live. And the kick is up, deep into St. Thomas, recovered by St. Thomas. Replacement hooker. Patrick Johnson on the tackle along with Christopher Friend. And it looks like we're gonna have a penalty to St. Thomas for not rolling away on UNF. Not the best way to open the half, but we will see St. Thomas kick for touch here. Deep kick from the fly half. It's gonna stay in bounds. Recovered by Jason Martin, who's gonna run it back up. Makes the defender miss. Big hit by number 24 on Martin. Offloaded to Patrick Johnson, who's gonna run his way through. Ruck set, UNF's gonna keep this ball at about the St. Thomas 10. St. Thomas jumping the gun. JC Muth on the carry up to St. Thomas's 10-meter line. Ruck set. Nuremberg's gonna hit the forwards. Gabriel Gonzalez on the carry on the outside of the field. Dragged out of bounds, and it's gonna be a line out to St. Thomas. So we're going to see first line out of the second half to St. Thomas here. Looks like it's going to be a 7-man again. St. Thomas always electing for the full line out. To the front pod, won by St. Thomas. Evan Brown charging through, or Arthur Barbosa charging through, I mean. Tackle made by Gabriel Gonzalez. St. Thomas is looking to pick and go here with the forwards. Knock on by St. Thomas in the tackle made by Holman and Johnson. Good defense by UNF there off the line out. And we're gonna have a scrum to UNF right at about the St. Thomas 10-meter line, or the UNF 10-meter line, my apologies. And it looks like St. Thomas can have a word with the sir real quick. And we are live again. So UNF here, looking to get their attack going early in the second half. Whistle by the sir on the scrum. Looks like we're going to reset it here. Looks like the front row was off the mark here. So we're going back into the scrum here. Scrum is set, and ball is in. Getting it out back nicely for UNF. St. Thomas is going to turn the scrum. Picked up by the 8-man Ford Setzer. Tackle made right at the breakdown. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty to UNF for not rolling away on St. Thomas. And so we have Nuremberg kicking for touch here, and that's going to go out nicely at about exactly the 50. And we have a 4-man line out from UNF here on the 50 here, looking to keep it up, making some meters. Up by Ford Setzer, stolen by St. Thomas. Gonna spin this out to their backs, gonna hit a forward on the move, back to the 10, dropped. And the scrum half's gonna pick it up and run out wide, who's gonna hit the wing, and it's gonna be a drop on St. Thomas. So we're gonna have a scrum to UNF in between UNF's 10 meter and the 50. So UNF still retaining possession in the opening minutes of this half. Forward's getting down. Scrum is set. Ball is in. Gonna get out to the back very quickly. Nuremberg gets it out to the 10, Reynolds, who's gonna take it up and chip over. Caught by the St. Thomas winger, it looks like. Tackle made by Adam Vanderhoff, Dez, and JC. Ball's gonna be given to the forward. The 6 on the carry for St. Thomas. Tackle made by Ford Setzer and Logan Holman. UNF looking to counter-ruck this, not gonna get it. Box kick from St. Thomas. This one's coming back in. That's gonna go out of bounds, knocked into bounds, but the player was out of bounds. Therefore, line out UNF. And the kick's gonna be, the ball's gonna be moved back to where the kick was made from. So UNF gaining a little bit of territory here on the kick from St. Thomas. UNF's gonna have this line out at about the St. Thomas 10-meter line. And it looks like they're gonna set up a 4-man line out here yet again. St. Thomas, who's been great on the lineouts all day, looking to steal this as well. And stolen again by St. Thomas's forward pod. Gonna get this out to the backs, out to the 6, out to the center. He's gonna make a beautiful carry, 12 breaking down the field. Vanderhoff on the chase down, gonna knock the ball loose out the back of the try zone. And beautiful chase down by Vanderhoff on that. St. Thomas's 12, almost breaking that off for a try. But UNF holds steady nonetheless. And so it looks like we're going to be taken back to a penalty. I'm not sure if it's a try here. They're just kicking for points. Or it might be a penalty try.
They can tackle him, he just fucking pushed the ball.
So it looks like we're gonna have some deliberation on the field here. And so it looks like the Sir is gonna talk with his AR here. And it looks like we're gonna have a knock-on awarded to St. Thomas, meaning UNF scrum. Beautiful defense by the UNF fullback here, keeping St. Thomas out of the try zone for a minute longer. And we're gonna have a scrum down in deep in UNF's territory here. So what a great chase down by Adam Vanderhoff here, managing to knock that ball out of the center's hands, forcing a knock on, preventing a try. Ford's getting down. Scrum is set. Ball is in. The 9, Dylan Nurnberg, looking to get it out the back. Looks like it's there. Ford sets are trapping it nicely for him. Ball out to Eli Reynolds, who's going to keep and run straight up, making it to the gain line just over. And it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a box kick here from UNF, getting out of their own territory here. Looking just to get out of their own 22. And the ball's going to be stolen for and it's going to be penalty to UNF. Or try to St. Thomas? We'll see what the sir has to say here. Yeah, it's going to be a try to St. Thomas. Looks like the ball was out and UNF wasn't paying attention. It was stolen by St. Thomas. And that's going to make it a 50-0 game, pending the conversion. So an interesting sequence of play there from UNF. An unfortunate mistake that led to a basically free St. Thomas try, which you hate to see. And so St. Thomas's fly half on the conversion kick here. And the kick is up. And it is good. And that's going to make it 52-0 St. Thomas here in the second half. So a little bit of miscommunication from UNF there, looking for the box kick. It's going to cost them. Yeah, 2. And so St. Thomas is going to open the scoring for the half here. And it looks like we have Matthew Eels, aka Bueller, in at fly half on the kickoff here. And so UNF looking to kick to the far side of the field here. Hopefully their forwards can recover it and get them some offense going. Kick is low and on the ground just about. Picked up by Jason Martin, but St. Thomas is going to elect for a scrum at midfield for a short kickoff. So we will have a scrum at the 50 here. St. Thomas bringing some subs in at prop here. Number 1 headed off the field. Couldn't catch who his replacement was today. But definitely bringing the forwards in off the bench in the second half. Forwards are down. Scrum is set. St. Thomas's scrum half putting the ball in. Ball is in, getting to the back. Going out, far side of the field to the backs. Big carry from the 10, knocked on. Picked up, offloaded back into UNF hands. Tackled made at about the 50 by St. Thomas. UNF's gonna hit the forwards. Patrick Johnson on a big carry, breaking the gain line. Ruck set by Gabriel Gonzalez. Nuremberg's gonna hit Eels. forward, out to Jason Martin, who's gonna break away, break another tackle, offload to Des Bryant, out to Lee Setzer down the sideline. Setzer's gonna make a great carry. Tackle not held. He's gonna get up and pick up an extra couple meters, and ruck is set on the close side of the field inside St. Thomas's 22. Ball to the forward, Setzer on the carry, met sharply at the gain line by St. Thomas's forwards. Ball is stolen, recovered by St. Thomas, offloads into the 8-man, back into the 7, who's gonna look to run it down the field, back to UNF's 22, and tackle is made. UNF looking to steal this ball, ruck is made. Set, I apologize. And St. Thomas has flipped this into UNF's own territory. Number 8 for St. Thomas on the carry, making a couple meters here. Tackle made by Nurnberg and Evan Brown. Ball headed out to the backs here for St. Thomas. Gonna chip kick over into the try zone. This looks like it's gonna head out of bounds. It's caught by the, looks like their winger fullback, and it's gonna be touched down for a try. Beautiful kick over the top by St. Thomas's 10 and recovered just as well. And that's gonna make it 57-0, St. Thomas. St. Thomas just running all over the field today. St. Thomas's 10 looking to keep his 100% conversion rate today. And the kick is up and it is good, making it 59-0 St. Thomas. So we have UNF setting up to kick to the close side of the field here with Eels on the kickoff. And it looks like we're gonna be bringing in a sub here for UNF. Looks like we have Liam Buchanan coming in, tagging out. Not sure who. Looks like he's stepping in at wing or center. And Eels on the kickoff. Ball is up and into the middle of St. Thomas's forward pack, recovered by the 7. Tackle made by Logan Holman just about, yep. It looks like St. Thomas is gonna hit the forwards here. Out to the 10, who's gonna spin it wide, misses 2 people, caught by the 6, offloaded back in. Offload again out to the wing on St. Thomas, taken into touch by UNF, and we're gonna have a UNF line out just inside the 50, headed towards St. Thomas's try zone.
I'm sorry, I've been overseas.
And it looks like the Sir is going to be talking with his AR here, assistant referee, AR for short, as we set up the line out here. And the Sir is still deliberating here on the field. And it looks like it's going to be a UNF lineout, setting up a 4-man here. Caleb Griffith on the field, in place for one of the backs, presumably coming in at center. And so UNF taking the line out to the front lifter, and it's going to be called not straight, it appears, by the Sir. And so we're going to take this back, and it's going to be a St. Thomas line out in the same spot. And they're going to elect for the scrum here. So St. Thomas is going to take a scrum inside their own 50, just about there. And so UNF's going to look to keep defending here against St. Thomas. Forwards are down. Scrum is set, ball is in, getting out the back for St. Thomas. Scrum half's gonna get it, hit the fly half. He's gonna throw a long pass out to the center. Gonna look to offload back inside. Recovered by St. Thomas, but it's gonna be a knock on, and we're gonna have a scrum to UNF here at about the St. Thomas 10-meter line. Looks like St. Thomas's 12 was looking for an offload. Man was on the wrong side. And we're gonna have a knock on here. UNF scrum.
Come on, help him out. He doesn't know math.
Scrum is set. Ball is into UNF. Ball's gonna get out the back to the 8-man. Ford Setzer. Nuremberg's gonna pick this up, send it to the 10. Miss to Setzer. Onto Dez on the carry. Met by St. Thomas. Big tackle. Ruck is set, gonna hit the forwards. Looks like Logan Holman on the carry, breaking away from a tackle, making a couple meters. And it looks like we're gonna hit the St. Thomas, or gonna hit the UNF forwards again. Just kidding, missing to Setzer, and he's gonna make it to the gain line before being brought down by St. Thomas. And it looks like we're gonna have a UNF penalty. St. Thomas messy in the rucks today. And so we're gonna see UNF kick for touch here and look to keep attacking. We have Nuremberg kicking for touch here. Kick is gonna go up and out at about the St. Thomas 22. So UNF looking to attack here off this penalty. Lineouts have not been clean all day for UNF. Couple stolen by St. Thomas. So it looks like we're gonna go with a 5-man lineout set by UNF. Gonna go to the back pod here. Miscue, and it looks like we're gonna have a knock on by St. Thomas here on the UNF lineout, trying to intercept it. And so it looks like we're gonna have a UNF scrum here at the St. Thomas 22 on the far side of the field. UNF looking to keep possession here and keep the attack up. Ball is in, out to the back, picked up by Nuremberg, out to the backs. Eel's gonna send this ball to the centers, knocked on. And we're gonna have another scrum here, this time in the favor of St. Thomas on a UNF knock on by the center. And Sir's gonna ask to speed these scrums up as we've had quite a lot of them today. We are at just inside the St. Thomas 10-meter line. And it looks like St. Thomas is bringing some more subs on the field. A center and a lock this time. St. Thomas with a split backfield off this scrum. Could go weak or strong side here. Scrum is set, ball is in. St. Thomas getting this to the back. And it looks like they're gonna go weak side here. Out to the backs, out to the 10, who's gonna be tackle made by Lee Setzer. Big hit. UNF's gonna try and counter ruck. St. Thomas gets this back to their forwards. Hit made by Evan Brown and Christopher Friend. St. Thomas gonna hit the forwards, gonna hit this back to the backs, gonna look to spin this out wide, bobbled by the center, and tackle made. UNF flying up in the line here to, and it looks like we have a penalty to UNF for not releasing by St. Thomas. So UNF's gonna keep this ball inside the St. Thomas 10-meter line, and they're gonna get another chance to attack here on what looks like a kick for touch for a line out. Nuremberg with the kick, that's gonna go a little bit deeper this time and out of bounds. And so now UNF's attacking about halfway between St. Thomas's 22 and their try line here, about 10 meters out. If UNF can win this line out, they can look to punch a try in here.
So quiet.
And it looks like we're gonna set up a 4-man line out here for UNF here. Ball's gonna go to the back pod, over the top, caught by Setzer, spun out to the backs. Out to the back, spreading to the centers. Ball's gonna be bobbled, picked up by St. Thomas. Tackle is made by the wings for UNF. And we're gonna play the knock on here by the Sir. So we're gonna get this ball just at about the St. Thomas 22. It's gonna be a scrum to St. Thomas here as they look to get this ball out of their own territory. Forwards are getting down. Scrum is set. Ball is in. Gonna get out the back for St. Thomas here. Scrum half's gonna get his hands on it. And we're gonna have a penalty, a scrum penalty here for St. Thomas. It looked like collapsing the scrum on UNF or leaving early. And so St. Thomas here looking to kick it out for touch. Beautiful kick, right into the broadcast table almost by St. Thomas's number 10. And they're gonna get this line out just inside of the 50, still in their own territory. And Sir's gonna call it right on the 50 here for St. Thomas. So St. Thomas back in with what appears to be a full line out here. And they're gonna go quick to the front pod. And they're gonna get this out to the backs. Hard run by the outside center here. He's gonna make a big carry into UNF territory, offload to the 6, who's gonna pick up a couple more meters before being tackled by the UNF forwards. And St. Thomas is gonna take this ball and spin it back out to the weak side, out to the backs. Kept by the 10, it looks like, and held up by UNF for now. And we have a big, messy tackle on the far side of the field here. It looks like we have a whistle by the Sir here. Can't see what the call is yet.
I would rather have guys that want to learn.
Looks like he's talking to his assistant ref on the sideline again. And so it looks like it is gonna be St. Thomas ball on a scrum here. Looks like it would have been a knock on by UNF on a potential jackal here. Is giving St. Thomas the scrum. And so St. Thomas about halfway to UNF's 22 here from the 10, looking to keep up their attack here on the scrum. Forwards are down. Scrum is set. Ball is in, getting out to the back of the scrum. St. Thomas with a big drive here. Ball's gonna get out cleanly to the 10, gonna spin it to the centers. Big gap, and he's gonna look to make a UNF fullback or wing miss, and he's gonna be under the post for a try. So, big set piece move off the scrum from St. Thomas here. Looking to make this a 64-0 game to St. Thomas, waiting on the conversion. And with a conversion right under the post, this is basically automatic for St. Thomas. Their kicker's been locked in all day. He's gonna make this a 66-0 game in favor of the Bobcats here. So even with the scoring slowing down for St. Thomas here in the second half, they still look to be dominant. UNF still looking to get on the board here late in the game. We'll have Eels set to kick off for UNF here as soon as the rest of the team gets set. Kick is going to be deep into St. Thomas territory at about the 22, recovered by the forwards for St. Thomas. Tackle made by, it appears, Liam Buchanan coming off the wing here on the chase down. And St. Thomas going to hit a fast forward line here, met by UNF's forward pod. Still going to fight for a couple meters, makes about 10 here on the carry. And St. Thomas going to look to spin this out wide, out to the centers, out to the loose forward, who's going to make a big carry, look for an offload. And tackle is made by Lee Setzer in the centers here, out at the sideline by UNF. Gonna pick quick. St. Thomas down the sideline with nobody there for UNF, just the 9 chasing, and St. Thomas is gonna be in for another try. Down the wing, on the weak side, nobody was covering. And that's gonna make it a 71-0 game. Waiting on the conversion kick here for St. Thomas. Try scored by number 30. On the sideline here, UNF just caught dead in the water there. And UNF's, or I apologize, St. Thomas's fly half here, looking to keep his perfect conversion kick today. And it is up and good, making this a 73-0 game to St. Thomas. Looks like I gave the commentator's curse as soon as I say that St. Thomas goes in for a quick, long try. And it looks like we have Eels on the kickoff again, going far side of the field for UNF's forwards here. UNF emptying the benches. It looks like Levon McGee is in at lock. Kick is up and deep to the middle of the field, recovered by St. Thomas is number 18, who's gonna make a big carry back across the sideline into a couple UNF defenders here, making the tackle. And they're gonna hit the forward pods here again. Number 24 making a big carry just over the gain line. It looks like St. Thomas is going to spin this out to the backs. Miss pass out wide to the centers. Tackle made by John Muth, stolen by Caleb Griffith, who's going to break a couple tackles and be dragged down by the St. Thomas 8-man. UNF stealing this ball away. Going to hit the forwards. Logan Holman on the carry. Not going to make it very far. Stolen back by St. Thomas. Offloaded out wide into number 30's hands. Out wide again to the wings and centers who are going to break down the field. Tackle is going to be made just outside the UNF 22. St. Thomas looking to go to weak side again, spinning out wide. Looks like the 10's got it, and nobody's there for UNF. And they're going to offload for the number 20, it looked like. Number 10 maybe. No, that's 10-20 on the try, I apologize. And that's going to be another 5 for St. Thomas, making it 76-0. And it looks like we have a UNF player down in the try zone. Nothing you ever want to see here. Kick is up and good. Adding another 2 for St. Thomas here, making it a 78-0 game.
Keep your hands up, Denver!
And UNF set to kick off again. Headed to the far side of the field where the forwards are lined up. And it looks like we're waiting on a UNF player here to get off the field. Kick is up and short by Eels, hits the ground, recovered by St. Thomas. Tackle made immediately by UNF. And UNF's gonna cover the weak side of the field where St. Thomas heads to, and breaking a tackle, but dragged into touch by UNF. So it looks like we'll have a UNF line out at about the St. Thomas 10 meter. It looks like UNF's going to go with a 4-man line out here, hoping to win this and attack. Ball's going to go to the back of the line out for UNF. Stolen by St. Thomas again, out to the backs. Their 10's going to kick deep into UNF territory. Dez on the recover at fullback. He's going to offload to Setzer, who's going to run towards the sideline. Wrapped up by the 6, offload back to Dez, big hit made, and it looks like we're gonna have a penalty on the tackle to UNF, penalty on St. Thomas's tackle there. Looks like he didn't wrap up on the tackle. And Nuremberg's gonna kick for touch, getting this straight out and into the parking lot, almost hitting me. And so we're gonna have a line out to UNF in between their 22 meter and 10 meter line inside their own territory. So UNF looking to fix up their lineouts here. Running a 4-man again. Waiting on the ball to get back into play here. We're gonna have a UNF line out. Looks like it's going to go to the front pods, and it's going to go over, recovered by St. Thomas. We're going to look for the offload, going to go forward, and it's going to be UNF ball here. Knock on by St. Thomas off the recovered line out. And so we're going to have a UNF scrum just outside of their 22 meter line here. Still retaining possession.
Both of our 8 men are on the back of my truck.
So forwards are getting down. Scrum is set. Whistle by the Sir. Looks like a little bit of an early drive from St. Thomas, or UNF here. The scrum spun. And the Sir's going to call this back for another scrum here. So here we go again. Still a UNF scrum here. Scrum is set. Ball is in. Getting out towards the back, out by the flankers. 8-man's gonna get over to it. 9 is gonna get his hands on it. Out to the backs. Gonna hit the centers. Muth is gonna carry up with a hard carry. Breaking the St. Thomas line here. And UNF's gonna look to hit the forwards. Evan Brown knocked on and into touch. And it looks like we're having a little scuffle here on the field. Whistle by the serve. And we're gonna take a minute here for the sir to sort things out. And so it looks like we're gonna have a scrum to St. Thomas. So knock on by UNF is gonna give St. Thomas a scrum at UNF's 10-meter line here on the sideline. Or does it look like it's gonna be a UNF scrum per chance? Ball in the hands of UNF number 9. No, it is gonna be a St. Thomas's scrum. Forwards getting down, ready for the scrum here.
Did your daddy break your shoes?
Scrum is set. Ball is in, out the back for St. Thomas here. Picked up by the 9, out to the backs. Gonna run some lines. Intercepted by Caleb Griffith from UNF. Picked up off the ground by St. Thomas. And UNF's looking to maul and secure this ball here. They do. Out to the forwards on the weak side, carried by Logan Holman. Up into contact, breaking the gain line here for UNF. Ball's gonna come out to the backs, into the forward pod by Evan Brown, who's met sharply by the St. Thomas forward. Big tackle made. Ball having trouble getting out, and penalty to UNF for St. Thomas not rolling away again. We've seen a lot of these here from St. Thomas today. And we have Nuremberg looking to kick for touch here. And this ball is gonna go straight out. Great kick by the UNF number 9 here. And we're gonna have a UNF line out at about the St. Thomas 10-meter line. So UNF looking to win a line out here. And it looks like they're gonna set up a 4-man. No, they're gonna set up a 5-man here. So line out on the far side of the field, UNF looking to attack.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Gonna go to the back pod to Levon McGee, and it's gonna be tipped by St. Thomas and then recovered by another lifter. Wide pass on the ground, recovered by St. Thomas again. Dez wrapping up, getting shook off. Tackle made by Muth and Gabriel Gonzalez here. UNF looking for the counter ruck. St. Thomas is gonna get the ball out. We're gonna have a whistle by the sir here. Looks like we had some issues. And whistles by the sir. And it looks like that's gonna be game. So your STU Bobcats beating UNF. Sorry, what's the score? 78? 78-0 here today up in Jacksonville to open their season. and go up 1-0. This will send the UNF Deadbirds to 1-1 so far this year, with a bye week next week before they travel to Tampa to take on Eckerd. And it looks like St. Thomas is gonna look to follow this game up with a home game against UCF next week and keep their winning ways alive. Not the most beautiful game out here today. However, a hard-fought game by both teams here. UNF not quitting till the very end. And that will be it for today in Jacksonville for rugby.